It started with a paper plane. In the dry heat of a Joss afternoon, in a not-so-posh secondary school surrounded by a weather-worn fence, students regularly jumped to sneak off campus. Something unusual happened. A gust of wind didn't carry it. No, it glided intentionally, silent, precise, landing directly on Mary's desk with eerie perfection. Mary, 15 and fierce, was used to bending the rules. A pretty girl with a sly smile and the confidence of someone who thought the world would always bend to her will. She jumped the school fence more often than she could count, usually with her on and off school boyfriend, Chuka. But this was something else. She unfolded the crisp paper, written in black ink, Midnight House 16 for the chosen only, come with one, tell no one. She raised her brow amused, no signature, no clue, but the challenge sparkled in her eyes like mischief. That's when she saw him, standing by the window, half hidden in shadow, a face too still, eyes too old for his school uniform. Arinze stood quiet in a distance. Outside the class window, he stared at her and gave a silent nod and was gone. Mary's heart raced, excitement mixing with a touch of fear. She was no stranger to wild nights, but something about this invitation felt different. The location was unmistakable. House number 16, an abandoned mansion deep in the overgrown part of the woods near the school. It had been empty for years, rumored to be haunted by the restless spirits of its past. No one ever dared go there, except for the wild ones who had heard the stories. She showed the invitation to Chuka, and without a second thought, they both agreed. They had to go. They were going to be part of something legendary. As the night fell, an eerie quiet hung over the school, the only sound the rustling of leaves in the wind. When Mary and Chuka slipped over the fence again, they made their way toward the abandoned house. From a distance, house number 16 looked like a relic from a forgotten era. Christmas lights twinkled eerily in the windows, casting strange shadows on the crumbling walls. The music, soft at first, grew louder as they approached, a pulsing beat that seemed to vibrate through the air itself, drawing them closer. Suddenly, the skies gave way, and the rain started pouring heavily. They ran towards the house. The door creaked open, and they stepped inside. As Mary and Chuka moved further into the house, she felt a sudden chill crawl up her spine. It wasn't the cold of the night or the dampness of the abandoned house.
Welcome,
Arinze said.
The others are coming. Look around and take some drinks.
The house was dark, save for the dim glow of lights strung across the walls. The music echoed off the cracked tiles of the floor, and a strange smell lingered in the air, an odd mix of something sweet, something sour, and something off. It was something far deeper, something that pressed in on her chest, making it hard to breathe. And then she saw it. A girl standing at the far side of the room, staring at her. Her eyes locked onto Mary's with an intensity that made her skin prickle. She didn't blink, not once, and something about that stillness sent a shockwave of unease. She could feel her heart thumping in her chest, faster now, the sound echoing in her ears. The girl's gaze never wavered, and Mary felt the unnerving sensation that this girl could see right through her, into something hidden deep inside. The music continued to pound, but Mary could barely hear it now. Her mind was spinning, fixated on the girl in the corner. Who was she? Why did she make Mary feel so cold? Without a word, the girl turned and disappeared into the shadows, leaving Mary with the strange feeling that she had just witnessed something far beyond her understanding. She shook it off, telling herself it was just nerves, but she couldn't shake the sensation that something was terribly wrong. In the corner of the room, standing against the wall, Arinze watched them. His eyes gleamed with a sinister light, his lips curling into a twisted smile. He had arranged this night, this gathering, and he was savoring every moment of it. Arinze never saw the girl in the shadows, never saw Magaret. He noticed Mary's eyes staring at something, but he thought she must be realizing she was trapped. It made him giggle. But somehow he felt a chill come over him, and he thought to himself, it must be the excitement of what he was about to do. Far across campus in the girls' dormitory, Margaret woke up with a scream. 15, soft-spoken, not popular, but different. She had seen it in her dream, Mary and Chuka stepping through the gates of House 16, their laughter turning to terror. Darkness swallowing them, hands reaching. She leapt out of bed and ran to Mary's bedside, empty. Her chest tightened. Her dream wasn't a dream. She stormed out of the dorm and found the night guard. Her voice trembled, but her eyes burned with certainty. House 16, she whispered. They're there and they're not safe. Within 20 minutes, the head teacher, 2 security guards, and a handful of brave students armed with torches and local arms began their march toward House 16. The wind whispered warnings through the trees. No one spoke. But in the bushes, watching, waiting, Arinze crouched. He'd planned everything. The lights, the music, the shadows, but what he hadn't planned was her. Who the hell was she? And how did she find him, he wondered. Margaret stood in the clearing, pointing straight at the house. Her face lit by moonlight, her eyes glowing with something far older than her age. And then she turned. Her gaze fell exactly where Arinze hid. She didn't flinch, didn't blink. And yet he felt it, that piercing awareness, that force, like she wasn't looking at him, but through him, like she saw the thing inside him even he didn't understand. He shivered. The hunter felt hunted. The search party entered the house, torches sweeping over the cracked walls and faded graffiti. The air inside was thick, like it hadn't been breathed in years. And then they found it. In the middle of the living room, placed on the floor as if on display, 2 wooden masks. Crude, ancient, but what made everyone stop cold were the bones. Human, small, white, carved into the wood. The head teacher took a step forward and froze. A voice, faint but clear, drifted through the broken ceiling beams. "You came too soon," the lights flickered. The music stopped, and in that sudden silence, Arinze laughed. Not from within the house, but from somewhere far, far beyond. By sunrise, the school was different. The building buzzed with hushed murmurs. Police had been called, but no one could explain what was found. Where Mary and Chuka had once stood, now remained only the masks placed carefully in the school courtyard, stripped of their color, eyes hollow, teeth grinning, and from each mask protruded a single human bone still warm. As students gathered in disbelief, Margaret stood at the back of the crowd, silent. Arinze was gone. But she knew this wasn't the end. It was only the beginning.
If you enjoy watching stories like these, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Each story you hear is an original creation, crafted with care, research, and deep thought. I pour my heart into every episode to bring you something truly unique. By subscribing and sharing, you're not just supporting me, you're helping these stories reach many others who will enjoy them just like you. It also gives me the encouragement to keep writing and creating more powerful tales for our community. Thank you so much for your support. It truly means everything.